That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Oh my, hello. Are you here for Notio? Or did you come to see me?
Both of you, actually. Can we ask you some questions about wedding ceremonies?
Of course. It would be our pleasure. Our wedding ceremony is one of my most important memories with my beloved Kagari. Ask us anything.
What should we talk about first? How about the day I decided to marry my sweet Notio?
Sorry. Maybe we can get to that later. For now, I want to know about the food.
See, I'm currently gathering information on food that's served at weddings. What kinds of dishes guests will enjoy, that kind of thing. You two have experience, so I was hoping you could share your insights.
Of course. We'd be happy to. Our ceremony was very simple, but we did it our way.
We didn't worry too much about Danon or Renin traditions. We decided to do whatever made us happy.
It's the thought that counts, after all. I think you should prepare whatever the couple wants to eat, or something they want their guests to eat.
The thought that counts. Taking care of your guests, you mean? Thank you. That's helpful.
Oh, and we prepared dishes with ingredients that are said to be auspicious.
Since everyone came all the way just for us, we wanted our guests to feel happy too.
Everyone who attended seemed to enjoy it, so I recommend doing the same.
But gathering everything was quite an ordeal. Remember, Notio? We were only able to serve what we did through sheer luck.
What do you mean by sheer luck?
The merchant we talked to said it was a miracle he got everything, and that he'd never be able to manage it again.
Wow, it's that much trouble. And it may be tough to procure those kinds of ingredients. If that's the case, we should try to gather everything ourselves and see what we can do.
You want to gather things now? Even though you're not getting married yet?
Yeah, I want to make sure I know how to get what I need. I want all my bases covered.
Okay. You sure put your all into things you're serious about, huh, Alfred?
I appreciate your help, Law. So, what kinds of auspicious ingredients should we go after?
Sea bream is a high-class fish with an elegant taste, so it's often seen in celebratory meals in Thistleum.
They also said something about lemons bringing good luck. I don't know why, but they said it'll keep you from catching a cold.
Where I'm from, we eat rat pig meat on special occasions. It's supposed to be good for your health.
Sounds like certain ingredients carry special meaning. We'll see what we can scrounge up. Oh, wait. I already have the ingredients you just mentioned.
This is what we were after, right?
You've already got some auspicious ingredients. And I went on and on about how hard it'd be to get them. Seems I was wasting my breath.
It definitely wasn't easy.
Okay, I think we got a handle on how to gather what we need. We should be able to lend a hand next time someone's having a ceremony. I also know what to do to prepare for my own wedding. If I ever have one, I mean.
How about that? I think we got some good info.
If you're doing all this to prepare for your own wedding, you should fully understand what your partner wants before planning the menu.
What my partner wants?
Sorry, I didn't mean to be nosy.
It's not like that, Kagari. But people keep telling me the same thing, to take my partner's wishes into consideration. But I'm still just doing research, so I don't really understand what that means.
So you're doing research to understand what you want for yourself. I think that's wonderful too.
Some people are satisfied as long as they end up married and don't do any planning at all. Those kinds of people are the worst.
Yeah, that was a close one.
We got some great advice. So I think that should about do it for our culinary investigation.
I feel like there was some other auspicious food, but I can't recall what it was.
What? There's more?
I'm sorry, but I'm sure there was some delicious and auspicious food that both Renins and Danons enjoy. It was the hardest one to get our hands on. Someone knowledgeable about gourmet should know what it is.
Well, now that's got me curious. We've already come this far. We should try to gather some ingredients.
Man, I knew you'd say that. But how are we supposed to do that when we don't even know what you want? Maybe that old man will know. You know, the one traveling around in search of fine delicacies.
Gordino. He's definitely the perfect person to ask.
I know, right? Let's go talk to him next.
Thanks for all the help, both of you.
I hope what we shared was useful.
I wonder where our old foodie friend is now.
Well, probably run into him if we go somewhere famous for its food, right?
I hope he hasn't collapsed again while searching for his next culinary obsession.
Oh, look who it is. What can I do for you? Got more questions about gastronomy? An auspicious food for weddings that both Denons and Renans enjoy. I know a few things that fit the bill.
Okay, so are any of them something that, she likes?
Huh? What was that? Speak up!
Well, it's, Shion. I need something Shion likes.
Wow! What are you so angry about? What did I do?
You didn't do anything wrong, Gordino. Shion's name just kinda came to mind. Just leave it at that.
Well, I've got no idea what's going on. But I know just the thing for that young woman who's always hungry.
Oh, come on, just say it already!
Danons love it, Renans love it. That young woman who is always hungry does too. And it's auspicious. Boss Fish checks all the boxes. In the gastronomy world, they say that if you eat a boss fish at a special occasion, your family will be bestowed with safety.
I didn't know there were legends like that in gastronomy. But it sounds like boss fish is perfect. We'll scrounge some up.
Oh, it won't be that easy. Boss fish are hard to find. However, if you aren't able to pass this test, you won't get my blessing to marry my daughter.
Who said anything about marrying your daughter? I don't need your blessing.
Obviously, I'm joking. I don't have a daughter, but I've always wanted to say that. At any rate, I'm not kidding about boss fish. Good luck getting your hands on some. You'll need it.
Don't we already have the boss fish he's talking about? Should we give it to him, Alphen?
Gordino, is this what you need?
Oh, there's no mistaking it. That's a boss fish for sure. It must have been quite the trial to get this. But hospitality would be meaningless if it were easy, now wouldn't it? You've done well, son. Okay, I'll allow you to marry her. But I won't forgive you if you make my daughter unhappy.
Not this again.
Jokes aside, if you can get your hands on boss fish, then you should be able to get any ingredients you need.
Thanks. I think it's fair to say we've perfectly understood how to gather what we need.
We learned about wedding dishes and how to gather the ingredients. So you must be satisfied now, right, Alphen?
Indeed. I owe you my thanks as well, Law.
If you ever need more advice about the menu for your wedding, don't hesitate to come see your friend Gordino. Regardless, my fabulous recipe deserves a name. Absolutely exquisite! I'm in heaven. Harmonized!
I hope someday she'll be on board with making the menu too, Alphen. I'm sure she, your partner, will be happy with anything Gordino cooks.
Something my partner will enjoy. I need to think about that, too.
Something bothering you?
No, it's just... everyone we've talked to has mentioned the same thing. My ultimate goal is to learn more about weddings and marriage. That hasn't changed. But Kagari and Notio said that isn't enough, and that I have to think more about my partner.
Right, that's why we looked into boss fish. Isn't that enough?
Maybe. But I don't know if it counts as taking my partner into consideration. I'll have to give it some more thought. I've learned a lot about ingredients and cooking.
Let me know the next time you're having trouble. I'll be glad to help.
Thanks. I appreciate the...
Is that so? A statue in Saxleo Temple? I have no recollection of any such thing being there.
Maybe someone put it there recently?
Who besides Dohalim would do that, though?
Oh, yeah?
I see. What? How absurd.
Dohalim?
Hmm. Sure.
Seems a lot of the Renans still have high expectations for you as the last remaining lord.
It's been like this since the convergence. But living up to others' expectations is something I'm sure you can relate to.
Yeah, deeply.
Hey!
Huh? That ain't funny. I think you're lying.
The people... Dohalim, I've been thinking about how you've been bringing together the refugees from Lenegis all by yourself. It's incredible.
Right? It sounds like you've got a lot to deal with, but I never hear you complaining. Way to go, man!
Each thoroughfare is a river. The aimless wanderers its flotsam. The rapids become deafening in their ceaseless roar.
What are you talking about? Is there a dangerous river in Pelesian or something?
No, that was Dohalim's somewhat idiosyncratic way of complaining.
Huh? Which part?
The deafening rapids represent the troubled voices of the people here. He has to listen to their woes every single day, so I suppose he must get tired after a while.
Okay. Though, to be honest, even with it explained, I'm still not sure I really get it.
My hand extended to carry any burden, receiving but pebbles.
He wants to help them solve their problems, so he listens to their concerns, but they only ever bring him small, trivial matters.
How did you get all of that?
Suspended outside your window, sunlight caught on sodden shadows. 'Tis no cause for shame.
Wow, it sounds so mysterious. What's this one about, Kisara?
In this case, the sodden shadows would be laundry. One of the Renans must have complained about wet clothing that some Danon hung out to dry. He's expressing the frustration he feels at having to listen to such petty grievances all the time.
Yes, your inferences are correct. As a man in my position, I find it difficult to speak my mind. Looking back, my achievements in Menancia truly would have been impossible were it not for your assistance. I find I am quite inadequate on my own.
Dohalim, you're a hard worker. You should be proud of that. I'd be glad to lend an ear to your complaints anytime.
Great courage is needed to travel the long road ahead. You, as ever, are my courage.
Dohalim? Yes, let's continue to travel it together.
I don't think I need that one explained to me.
I still don't get it.
Sure.
Ah.
Dohalim sure seems on edge.
He's more worried than he lets on. We have to do what we can for him.
You don't have to tell me. Kidnapping is absolutely vile.
All right.
Why would anyone be after... Aria?
Maybe because she's important to Dohalim? It can't be a coincidence. It's right?
We'll know once we apprehend the culprits. Come on.
Fari is somewhere in these woods.
I sure hope she's okay.
You think we can take that Zugo?
I won't forgive you!
Come and face me!
Where are you going?
I'm ready! Fury!
Sleep now!
Dance on the wind! The flame inside me! You're let free! Clear for us a path! Not today!
Blind free! What are you standing for?
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Eyes are being interrupted.
Let me see what I can do!
Freeze, Lancer!
Bestow thy mystic mercy!
Hold on to your art. Here I
Okay,
come!
here I go.
Swing dream! Reload! You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better.
You and I both.
Back into the fray!
The flame inside me!
Bestow thy
Yours to be
mystic
let
mercy.
free! Burn!
Very circle!
Glacial Spear!
Then tonight's meal is on you.
You've got it. It's a Nick.
Dynamic rupture!
You're finished!
Elusive deity!
On your
By the power of
Take this!
Without a trace! May 1,000 gales tear
Take
you
this! Orochi's fury! It's on! Strike! Call incinerate them! Try harder! Now! You're mine!
Here's evil! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
The flames will
Take
roar!
this! Orochi's
Get
fury!
out
No
there with the
escape!
others!
In a bind?
Magic is without a trace!
This one's all mine! Not today!
Crossblade!
An astral arch?
That's my cue!
And wreak havoc!
Shut him down!
Blah, blah, blah.
Strike! I'm not done!
There you go! Don't let up!
On your
Leap now!
Blazing sword!
That was an impressive blow.
So you were watching.
Got it!
Were my moves not lacking in
Now's our
elegance?
chance!
I'm not sure how you do it.
Freeze Lancer!
Blow away!
Let's get you out of the way!
Take this!
Orochi's fury!
A whirling struggle! Here's a healing art! Wind of
Can you
rain!
take it? I'll grind you into dust!
Watch yourself! More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I can feel my precision improving.
Look! Someone's there!
Is that?
Out of our way! Confiscated!
I'll face
Orochi's fury! We did it! Not a chance!
Glacial
I'm
Spear!
not done!
Here's evil!
Orochi's fury!
Shining Supernova! Blaze Lancer!
They're above
us. Xion, you know what to do.
It's my turn, is it? I'm on it.
Go get him, Xion!
Orochi's fury!
Holy Lance!
Wow, look what I just found.
Doe, what are you doing here?
I should ask you the same thing. Have you gone mad? Running off on your own?
I wanted to avoid causing any trouble while you were away. Sorry.
Were the kidnappers the ones who hurt you?
Yeah, I tried to get Faria back, but I was too weak. I'm not as good as you.
She's still alive then?
There's no doubt about that. Doe, listen, the culprits...
I know. Avakir, you head back to Pelegion. Kisara, you're with me.
What was that just now?
It's rare to see Dohalim like this.
Yeah. His silence speaks volumes.
No time to dally. We need to act quickly.
There she is! Over there!
Faria! Faria, are you all right?
Doe, is that you?
Lord Dohalim, what are you doing here?
Lord?
That's enough.
Doe, be careful!
You would go so far as to disguise yourself as the very people you hate.
So you know, I'd expect no less from the great Lord Dohalim.
The abductors are Renans?
They slipped away with Faria and defeated Avakir when he gave pursuit. Though those two are not warriors, overcoming them would be no easy task for a Danan. They were attempting to frame Danans for the crime. My guess is they were trying to make me hate Danans as they do.
Precisely. But that's only because you won't do your damn job as our lord. Ever since we lost Lenegis, we've been living like prisoners. Yet you only preach reconciliation, neglecting your duty as our guardian.
How could you be so selfish?
I am still a guardian of the Renans, but that does not mean continuing our rule.
It's just our luck you'd come back on the very day we execute our plan. We may have failed, but there are others who see you as weak. You had better watch your back.
Doe.
You succeeded at one thing. Your intent was to anger me. However, the focus of my anger is you. Any that harm my friends will be punished.
Dohalim, don't! If you give in to your anger, you will be no better than our enemies. Please, stand down.
You're right. His fate must not be decided by personal feelings. We will deliver him to Pelegion to face due process. Thank you, Kisara. You prevented me from making a grave mistake.
That's my job, after all. The criminals have been turned over to the authorities.
Thank you, Kisara. That should be the end of the ordeal.
After all that, I just caused more trouble for you.
I'm glad the two of you are safe. That's all I can ask for.
Still, I have a feeling there's more trouble to come. There are still plenty of Renans and Danans who are unhappy with the way things are. I'll have to come up with other ways to keep things under control.
I'm counting on you. That reminds me, Avakir. I only learned of the kidnapping because Lentigar was concerned for your safety. You should learn to rely more on those around you.
Yes, you're right. I'll be sure to thank him.
We should let Ganya know the problem's been resolved, too. Let's go, Kisara.
Doe,
Yes?
thank you. And... Take care of yourself.
I appreciate the sentiment.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
The culprits were Renans disguised as Danans?
Their intent was to turn Dohalim against the Danan people.
As a Renan, I apologize. Danans were being framed.
Ganya, please know Dohalim would never...
You're quite the conscientious one, aren't you? You could have kept quiet about the truth, and none would have been the wiser. And that's despite the fact that you were the target of this plot.
I believe telling you was a necessity.
I agree. In fact, I feel the urge to let my fellow Danans know just how honorable you are.
Ganya,
I hope this relationship continues, takes root, and endures long after we are gone.
On my name, Dohalim Ilkaris. I vow to do all that I can to that end.
are you thinking about your friend, Faria?
I've ended up putting her through another ordeal. Avakir as well. They've been made to suffer just for knowing me. And it's likely this will not be the last time either.
It's not your fault. Your position means Danans and Renans alike are going to look at you with their own individual prejudices. One side expecting the best, while the other assumes the worst. Much like what Alphen has experienced.
I understand. No. Understanding is not enough. I should have expected something like this to happen. Whether it was to a friend of mine, or someone else, it was my responsibility. And it's my fault for not being prepared. I'm going to instruct them to reinforce security. Of course, we'll have to do so carefully so as not to incite the old guard. Did you think I would blame myself more?
No. You're no longer your old self.
I don't plan on going back. Besides, the situation wasn't all bad either. Avakir had a colleague who cared about him, and was willing to step forward. The situation is changing, slowly but surely. If things continue this way, it may someday lead to that utopia you spoke of. One where all people are treated equal. Though, I do not know how old I'll be by the time I see such a world.
No matter the age, you won't be seeing it alone.
That's true.